Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a long awaited hiatus. And we're back with a good one today, actually. Weather's looking nice out today, 23 degrees, summer breeze coming through the window in this overly stuffy room. And I'm happy to say we got out the other day and we saw the new John Wick movie, Ballerina. And overall, first thoughts, I think we're both very happy with this. What do you reckon?
Very entertaining, very entertaining. And ultimately, that is what you're seeking from a John Wick movie. Ultimately, the plot, even if it's good, it's only a bonus. Even if, the characters look acting cool, it's only a bonus. The movie is all about being entertaining. It's all about the spectacle. It's all about how they're going to do these kills, how they're going to present it. And apart from we'll talk about it. A lackluster beginning, in my opinion. The movie doesn't stop once it picks up. It keeps going and going, and it goes places where John Wick hasn't gone action-wise. But I think most importantly, it doesn't betray the world. I think a lot of people coming into this movie were looking at a spin-off, especially after the show, which I don't know anyone who cared about it or watched it.
I don't know anyone who's watched the Continental. And I loved the John Wick series. I did not watch the Continental, brother.
No.
Like, I didn't bother.
No one's watching that. And so you're hoping, okay, what is it going to be? Is it going to just throw everything in the dust, kick John Wick around, show everything, betray all the culture and all the things that they've established? Or is it going to properly live in the world? And I have to say, it did a really good job of keeping the entertaining John Wick world, keeping the how connected it all is, but it doesn't take it to the extremes that something like John Wick 3 or 4 might take it. It definitely goes extreme in certain moments, I'm not going to deny. But it's portrayed very, almost goofy, offhand at times. I think that's very important. This movie doesn't take itself too seriously. Of course, there are serious moments, but this is not like John Wick 4. This is not John Wick 3. This isn't like, Schindler's List. And, very good. It can actually take itself lightheartedly. And I think that's probably one of the most important aspects of it.
I feel like this movie, Ballerina, is more like it's more like a love letter to the fans of John Wick than anything.
Yeah.
It's, I think, like, of course, you have Keanu Reeves as creative director and producer of this movie as well. I feel like this is more giving back to the fans and showing them that there is something new and there is something more in the John Wick world which we're yet to see. Of course, John Wick 3 and 4, they're really good movies, but you kind of do get the unnatural sense that it's John Wick against the world.
Yeah.
John Wick in this scenario, almost like a Scott Pilgrim kind of character, coming up against big bosses every 5 minutes. And coming from where John Wick started off, with him coming up against a Russian mob, and then eventually it just transposes itself into this kind of like amalgamation. Ballerina does a very good job of stripping back on what John Wick should stand for and redefining it. Like, we get hints and glimpses of John Wick in this movie, but we truly start to understand the character of John Wick more through these different characters. You get to see the different relationships he's had with, like, the different factions. You get to see more of the Continental. You get to see more of different groups, which don't really get highlighted as much, especially in 3 and 4, because it's just aimless hitmen trying to get John Wick, or it's a big bad from the second one who's come back, and now all the hitmen are after him, and you get all these different groups, and you're like, where did he come into this? What is the point of this? Ballerina does a very good job of setting back. No, this group here, these are the bad guys. These are the bad guys of this movie. These are the only people which Anna de Armas is Ballerina is going to face.
Yes, and I think what's also incredibly important about that is, as you mentioned, these aren't super soldiers. These aren't, of course, they're part of this deadly assassin cult, but it isn't like the Baba Yaga. You're not going against the super soldiers, which, in my opinion, was a big issue of John Wick 3, where they fight all these guys clad in armor, and there's all these specific ways to go about it. And yes, this movie does start off with a scene where Diego from Umbrella Academy is fighting a bunch of, heavily geared out, all these crazy tactical guys.
You're telling me this guy can beat off 8 of these dudes with fully automatic guns. Yet again, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And
Anyway, continue on.
But I love how it tracked the movie. They're dealing with goons because that's what they're supposed to deal with. These are assassins, and yes, it's cool to see like how far this goes. But ultimately, like John Wick 1, which in my opinion is still the best, you fight goons, you fight henchmen, and then slowly you can find something better, maybe an assassin or two, and then finally, which we'll talk about later, the ultimate spectacle, and at the end of the movie, the village, and fighting all these Hot Fuzz-esque people, which are all in on it. It was so fun and really, really entertaining.
Yeah, I have to say the set pieces in this movie are unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Yep.
Some of them are absolutely fantastic, and the fight choreography is some of the best I've ever seen in a John Wick movie. Which is why I'll restate again: this is a love letter to fans. Because holy shit, like they really go above and beyond in a lot of the stuff they do. Like I'm actually like some of them. We were sitting there gasping, like we were genuinely surprised they could pull something like this off and make it so natural, and not only that, make it look so fluid.
Especially because it's a surprisingly brutal movie. For 15 A's, we're seeing people's like axes going into faces, blood going everywhere. This isn't Final Destination now. But this isn't, John Wick 1 where they're using rubber bullets and everyone's falling to the ground, which makes it more muted and, yes, quote unquote realistic. But when you're watching Ballerina, you're not here for realism to a point, Obviously, it's not going to be bananas, but you want something. You want that edge. And it really adds a lot, particularly as what I think is done very, very well to Ballerina is Ballerina, her character, Anna de Armas's. She isn't some superhero. She gets knocked around a lot. The movie establishes it. The movie establishes very well that she isn't John Wick. And not even talking about later when they face off. True interaction. Obviously, her training, she struggles, but everyone struggles in their training. But when she's going around and they have the spectacle of this club on the ice, and this like kind of 50-year-old like Asian fella, and he just starts like kicking the hell out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he was ragdolling her people. Like full spoilers ahead, but this dude, he was on smoke. He did not care that she was a woman. Like, holy shit! Like he didn't care. He didn't even know that she was a hitman.
Yeah. Just a girl. Yeah.
She's just a girl. Yeah.
And
I feel like the whole like moments before it, like this is, by the way, folks, this is her first mission. This is Eve's first mission, and she's supposed to protect this girl. And this guy pops up, and for a second, I thought it was supposed to be like the girl's dad.
Yeah, I thought it was her dad as well. Yes.
I think they did a bad job of explaining like her first mission or whatever, because they set it up in a very like Ocean's 11 high style with the big map out on the table, and it was your one.
Alex Hunter's dad.
Yeah, Alex Hunter's dad. I think her name was Kogi, or
I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. She really wasn't that big of a character.
No.
But she's like explaining, oh, this is your client. You're gonna need to protect her, and this is her dad, who's a big client, and he's paid us off. You're like, okay, that's cool. Then you see this like dad style character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dad.
Yeah.
Anna de Armas' character. Eva's like, no, I have to take her away. So the dad just boots her. Her, sends her flying through a table. You're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
She gets up, that ragdolls her again. She picks up an axe. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, we were very surprised at how they were like, because in the training, it's like they're kicking her. But my God, she was really getting booted into ice blocks, like tossed around. It was very cool to see. And it wasn't like John Wick falling down the stairs, which you're just rolling your eyes and you're like, oh my God. This was a proper back and forth action where you just entertained, you're enthralled.
Yeah, none of it looks staged. I think that's the most important.
Yeah.
But a lot of like movies, like the Taken series is really bad for this.
Oh God.
The choreography
Yeah.
to like a blank eye will look good because like, wow, Liam Neeson's throwing kicks and legs or whatever. You never actually see Liam Neeson head on throw a kick.
No.
You never see it. He always has his back turned because it's just a stunt double wig.
Full on,
And then
like
even the fight choreography, like they're not hitting each other, they're actually like doing that.
Yeah.
Anna de Armas, you can see her head on being flung into
Oh
the wall.
yeah.
Like, holy shit. You see her doing takedowns and it's face on.
Yeah.
Like, you see it.
Yes.
And you're like, they can't. How did like? It's very hard to fucking fake this.
Yes.
Very hard to fake this. And like she's been thrown around in the like cuts of this movie.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if there's like an extended edition or like a blooper reel, you probably see like ankles sprained, fingers broken. Like it looked brutal.
Proper dedication, and that's what I really like, because I think John Wick, it has that, but it's so much more gunny. John Wick, he has a pistol, bang, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. This movie was so creative. A lot of hand-to-hand combat and a lot of good judo. Of course, there were guns, but I mean, there's so many creative ways, from the grenades being used in this one shot,
Oh,
which was
oh,
brutal, because she doesn't have a gun anymore. Like, she goes,
grenade
yeah.
in the mouth.
Oh, it was
Oh,
so close.
tapes.
Yeah, she closes, like, she like hits a guy, stuffs a grenade in his mouth, closes the door, and it like blasts her away. And of course, you watch this and you're like, maybe she should have got hit, but you're suspending your disbelief as it's going, and it's just brutal, and it's so fun, it's so creative, and we might as well talk about it now when we talk about creative kills. The flamethrower scene was so fun.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Fantastically done.
In entire, and you know that they have a great pyro, like, safety fella, because they were flexing. Because oftentimes in action movies, when a guy's set on fire and a building explodes, it's for a second and they cut away, because it's difficult, it's time consuming, takes a lot of effort to properly show people getting on fire, because it's dangerous. Because this is real fire. This is not CGI. And there were so many long shots of guys like crawling across the street, and she just setting them on fire, and it was just so entertaining.
Just for reference, people, I'd say she had the flamethrower for a good 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was a proper time, and she was wearing like the flamethrower cloak and all, like it was proper, you know.
Like, this is what I'm saying, folks. It truly is a love letter to the fans, because what kind of movie would you know of to have the main character scorch people with a flamethrower?
Literally cook 'em.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
She was cooking people. Yet
Uh,
again, when I saw her at first going into the alleyway and she sees the flamethrower or whatever,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a funny gimmick. I thought it was gonna be a kill for 2 or 3
Yeah,
jungles,
yeah.
walk into the alleyway, I don't know, like some sulfur down there, and it's just a big fuck off explosion, and
Yeah.
that's it. Like the gun's worn out. No, she has a full one-on-one dance fight with the big with the big boss's right hand.
yeah, the
dude.
second in command.
And you see them both using the flames, and then you get this. Oh, it's this gorgeous overhead view of them both using the flames at the same time.
Yeah,
And they're like dancing around. She's like jumping behind walls, flames coming over her head. She's ducking down. She's shooting back, and you're like, holy shit, this is good. Usually in like a John Wick movie, if someone comes out with a flamethrower, John Wick shoots the
Shoots the gas canister and it all explodes.
Exactly, yeah, explodes on them.
Yeah, and
screams.
he said like a smart line, like, "Don't bring a flamethrower to a gunfight."
Yeah.
Well, and then she gets the hose and she starts spraying it. Oh, it was so fun.
You see that overhead view as well of like the water pushing back the flamethrower.
And they really zoom in on her face, and you're like, yeah, like it's proper, like really, really good, really entertaining.
Yeah, no, I have to say it was fantastic.
Uh,
Now, I think we get onto characters now.
Yes.
I think we get onto characters. And the first character I want to talk about, of course, it is the John Wick series. We got to talk about John Wick. We got to talk about John Wick's inclusion in this movie. And how it really made an impact to the series itself.
Yep.
Like, do you want to talk about, or will I?
You can go ahead. I'll add in comments.
So, we were saying this once we left the movie, and it still stands now, even thinking back on the movie, that I feel like Ballerina does a really good job of pinning John Wick as, like, the versus, like,
Baba Yaga.
like, main power.
Yeah.
Like, they don't try to pin Anna de Armas' Eve as stronger than John Wick.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of movies try to do these days.
Or equals,
Like, you have
you know.
Or equals, yeah, exactly. No, they say it through the fights, through everything. Like Eve is strong. She is. But she's not better than John Wick. Like, their fight scene, like, it brutally encapsulates how much better John Wick is compared to Eve. Because he throws her around. He doesn't even use a gun.
No.
He doesn't even use a gun. He doesn't bother. He doesn't need to. He's John Wick. And he's reformed John Wick as well. He realizes, I don't need to kill her. I can actually give her a better chance. I can give her a better opportunity. And he completely overpowers her. You see her scrambling along the floor trying to get to a gun. He's like, no, drags her feet. She tries every takedown she can. No, throws her away. Tries using a gun. No, John Wick has a suit. Can't do it.
Yeah.
And it's it's really entertaining. And it's really nice to see that they like the people behind Ballerina understand that they can't make someone equal to John Wick.
Yes.
You can't make someone equal to the Baba Yaga because it wouldn't make sense for the story.
Yeah.
Because John Wick himself is supposed to be just a being of pure destruction. You can't really match that. But they do a good job of, because they don't make her as strong as John Wick, it solidifies her more as a character. I like that. John Wick doesn't actually have that much screen time in this movie.
Yes, I'm very, very glad for that. Very glad.
Because yet again, it really does pin Anna de Armas' Eve as a new character. This is a new story. Sure, it's in the John Wick world. Sure, John Wick is in this movie. But you would have been perfectly happy not having John Wick in this movie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And you would have been happy watching it. It's not like people need to go see this movie for John Wick. No, you can actually just go see this movie. But I think having them in the movie, having them do the little one-on-one fight scene, and reaffirming John Wick's position in the verse is really good. It's really healthy for the verse as well. Of course, it's always good to see Keanu Reeves back in the suit. You know?
Yeah. I do want to mention, and this is unfortunate realities of the modern landscape, but we love this movie, and we need to talk about the box office because so far this movie has come out 14 days ago, so yeah, just over 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
15 days, but and it has barely so far surpassed its budget by 4 million. The budget of 90 million, which by the way,
That's
90
very good for this caliber of
exactly,
movie. That's
very
good.
very good looking. But they only have 94 mil, and that's very sad to see. And it reminds me a lot of Furiosa. We talked about it. We loved Furiosa, but once again, I think a lot of the general audience aren't going to be willing to go see a spin-off because nowadays a lot of spin-offs are bad. Like Furiosa, of its whole timeline, it only got 170 mil and 168 being its budget, so that's not a profit if you're counting marketing
there
and
won't
media.
be another Furiosa movie because of it.
And similarly with Ballerina, I'm really hoping that maybe there's some late viewers, maybe something else catches up, maybe the producers manage to convince the studio to give it another movie because this is a great movie. And after we talk about what would we like to see next, is it going to be Ballerina 2 or some other character or what? But especially nowadays where there's no DVD sales, there's nothing like that, this unfortunately could be the end of these standalone movies, or more unfortunately, they could make John Wick 5.
I really don't want to see them do a John Wick 5. Especially, like, we've talked about John Wick 4 and we talked about the ending of John Wick 4 on the podcast before. I think the ending was perfect.
Yes.
You would agree so too.
100%.
I think the ending for John Wick's character was perfect. Vague, but perfect. As long as we know he's dead, that should be how it's left. I don't want a Schrodinger's cat situation in John Wick 5 where we don't know if he's dead or alive, and if we open the box and we get a John Wick 5, we know. Because I think that would kind of ruin the sacrifice he made in 4. It kind of just make 4 all for nothing, really. John Wick 4 was like John's last hurrah. And you see him go through so many stuff, and you see him go through many enemies, and he's shattered at the end of it. In the final duel, he's shattered. Like, he's gone. And he's looking over Paris, and he's like, yeah, this is it. Like, I won, but it cost me my life.
Oh, fuck. And especially, I just want to comment, in comparison, John Wick 4 had a budget of 100 and had a box office of 447.
Oh, fucking hell, you can definitely see a John Wick 4.
And especially like John Wick 4, everyone's going to show up because it's the last John Wick. But same with John Wick 3, like, 70 million budget, 327 box office. Like, John Wick, everyone knows John Wick, everyone knows the household name. And everyone knows Anna de Armas, but is this enough? Is this enough to bring it back? I really hope it gets a bit more. But it's looking tough.
See, I feel like it's going to be an awful thing to say. This is going to be an awful thing to say, and like, I know it's going to hit people the wrong way. And I do apologize in advance, but I'm going to try explain it the best I can. But I feel like people are growing very tired of getting female lead character spin-off movies, which just don't work.
Yes, I think I think Marvel is to blame for a lot of this.
Marvel and Big Corpo is very much to blame for a lot of this because we've seen an oversaturation of women spin-off movies or women main character spin-off movies, which just don't work. And not only do they harm the verse they're in, but they discredit a lot of the female actors who are like playing the characters.
Yes, yes.
We first started seeing this with like Ocean's 13,
Oh Jesus.
all women spin-off, and it did horribly in the box office. And people now won't watch Ocean's 11, which is a good movie. It's not a fantastic movie, but people won't watch it anymore because of this.
Yeah.
Look at the Ghostbusters IP. It's completely ruined because of the women. I'm not being bad, but the Ghostbusters IP wasn't the most prominent in a 2000s world.
Well, actually, actually, just one coin. Ocean's 8 with the women was actually a box office success. But publicly, narratively, it tanked Reputation. The box office success, yes, but that was 7 years ago now, and there hasn't been another Ocean's movie or talks of an Ocean's movie.
No. Like, I remember people complaining about that movie when it came out.
Oh yes, the internet was aflame. The internet was aflame.
And then the Ghostbusters women's Ghostbusters movie.
Yes.
Like, they brought out 2 more Ghostbusters movies after that. With a whole new cast. And I didn't see anyone go watch it. Or even people talk about it. I saw a shitload of ads for it. A shitload of marketing. But I saw nobody go see that movie.
Yeah.
Or them movies, I should say. So that's the Ghostbusters IP gone. You have the likes of Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh, that woman,
Marvels.
that movie. It's such a shame because Wonder Woman 1 was such a success, and then why would they release this during COVID? This like sealed the DCEU's like failure. This movie, like, oh my god, this was a bad one.
They really needed.
And what's so unfortunate is
to win.
Gal Gadot. I'm not the biggest fan of her as an actor, but she was really well like received after Wonder Woman, like especially Fast and Furious.
That blew her up.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder
Fast and
Woman
Furious
blew her up.
and Wonder Woman. Everyone's like, "Oh, shit, Gal Gadot was great, like really good," and then this movie just threw her under the bus.
I think it's because she like needed to rely on her more as an actress.
Well,
I
think the movie is
and
just.
it was
awful.
also a horrible plot as well. The whole movie was just
so
a
bad,
mess.
so bad.
And then look at the Black Widow movie.
Jesus,
Sucked.
Released. That should have been released before Infinity War, in between Infinity War and Endgame, or whatever. But it was released at the worst. It was released at right when Marvel fatigue was like starting to kick in. That was the movie that people were like, "We're not going to see this anymore."
Yeah, it's just all these like not being bad. Women-led spin-off movies which don't have enough time or plot consideration are being pumped into the mainstream, and they're just not good enough.
Also, I think
They're not a high enough caliber to hold up the name.
Also, there's definitely a factor where the increase in right-wing media and the youth. A lot of people probably see a woman, they're like, "This is what's wrong with the world," blah blah blah, all this stuff. Like John Wick's woke, it's all destroyed. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can definitely see some big Republican heads in America being like, "Oh, another woman movie, huh? Another woman movie. Women this, women power that." Like, you can definitely see them moan and complain about it, which will definitely drive down sales as well.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is as well, this isn't just like a Western mindset either. Chinese media, Chinese box office is notorious for not showing women lead movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's notorious for it. I'd be surprised if Ballerina is even shown in China.
Oof.
I would be surprised if it's shown in China. Now, that's a controversial thing to say, but they are notorious for it. They are notorious for not actually showing women lead characters.
It has been.
Sure, they had.
It was accepted, but in the fact that it's like quote unquote accepted it's unfortunate, particularly because with all the Trump and China things, there has been an increase that like China has always been a big market, and China are going to clamp down now because they had a very popular movie that came out last year. I think it was the most popular movie in the year, box office wise. That was the first time China has ever won it in like 20 something years, and we could definitely see a larger change now.
I definitely, yeah. It's It's gonna be a weird one for the next few years because a lot of movies, like, they survive and thrive off the Chinese box market,
Yeah.
or box office, I should say, of their films. Look, we saw Star Wars just axe main characters
Oh
because of John
Jesus, yeah,
Boyega lost his career.
I
He
can't.
was a very promising actor.
Oh, John Boyega, like I was like, man, this guy's going places, and oh my god, what Star Wars did to him was so brutal. Because like the fact that he was not, like, oh, he's gonna be this Jedi, he's gonna be this and that, relegated to not even like a cool bounty hunter, just a random guy at the end. Like, it was
He didn't even have a role or a purpose.
no, it was just an
He
insult
had
to him.
nothing. But that's Disney did it because they have the Chinese market and they
Yeah.
couldn't afford to lose it.
Yeah.
We've seen
Same with the
you know,
Saudi market as well.
Yep.
Increase in things like, is Ballerina being shown in Saudi? Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
A woman character being able to beat men.
Killing
I don't see
men,
it.
like doing all this,
Killing men,
man.
yeah.
Well, John,
don't see it
well, John Wick, see, John Wick 3, that had like a Middle Eastern section, do you know what I mean? And all this stuff.
And John McFour literally starts off in the desert. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't see it happening. I don't see this movie doing well over there.
Yeah, it's
And that
really
might be me
unfortunate.
with an Orientalist lens. Maybe they love Ballerina over there, but will it be shown?
Yeah.
That's the question.
And especially because, like, everyone complains about the issue with these big blockbuster movies, but How to Train Your Dragon is doing really well. Like, everyone complained, everyone said, what's the point in this, blah, blah, blah. But this movie, it's been out for a week, and it's already got 70 mil more than its than its budget.
I'm honestly not surprised at How to Train Your Dragon doing well.
I'm
Like,
not surprised.
Is there a big How
yeah.
to Train Your Dragon fan base?
And the kids as
But
well.
yeah, I was gonna say it's a universal movie. It's
Yeah.
a movie which adults who are fond of the series or who grew up watching the series can regain nostalgia.
Yeah.
New viewers, so kids and all that, can go off and see it. And then you also have like just young adults, teenagers
It's just,
who might have grown up with the movies.
if you think
and
about something
know of
like
the movies.
Mulan, like, God, was that a flop? That cost Disney over like 200 mil. And, you know,
Mulan was such an awful flop because number one, it came out during COVID.
yeah.
Like, it came out during COVID, and they were like Disney were charging $19.99. They were charging 20 quid for a single viewing of Mulan. A single viewing they counted as 24 hours.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
as soon as you bought it, you had 24 hours to view the movie, and I think that's just disgraceful. Anyway, just give me 1 second. You can talk about Mulan and the death camps, and I'll get back to it.
Yeah, Mulan was slated into China as well, in the Chinese audience. And it's
you calling me?
it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate to see, because people, do you know what's funny? People say now, cinema's dead, cinema's this. You know, the golden years are behind, and it's true to some extent. You know, publishers and are afraid to take risks to do new IPs. They're very true. Gladiator 2, all these other movies. But people also don't want to watch new things. It's definitely not just putting the whole blame on it. But look at something like Furiosa and like Mad Max, this and that. Even like so many good movies that have been released. Something like Conclave and all these other movies that came out last year, people aren't gonna see them. Do you know what I mean? Let's look at what was it called? Mikey Madsen's movie that came out last year, won 5 Oscars. Really entertaining movie. And you're critically acclaimed, and it did very well in the box office, but it's just, these movies aren't being highlighted. I think an important movie to see how well it's going to do is 28 years later. I think.
Yeah.
Because that
I
has
think-
two
I
movies
think-
before.
I think that movie will do very well.
I think it's gonna
that
do
movie's-
very well.
I think that's going to be. The trailers don't actually pin it like it's going to be a good movie.
No, it doesn't
But
look
I
like a
think
great movie.
because it has such a name around it,
Yeah.
it will do well.
And the stacked
And-
cast.
Yeah, it's an absolute. It is a stacked cast.
Yeah.
It's a stacked cast.
Maybe not as stacked as like some movies, but it has this like niche audience, and this is very interesting to see because I'm curious to see where it goes. Very curious to see.
I think it's going to be one of these movies where it's going to be very similar to Dune 2. I think it's going to have a very similar approach and appeal as Dune 2, in which, like Dune was a kind of niche movie.
Oh
when it
yes,
came
oh,
out, and it was a
Dune-
movie
yeah.
which everyone knew was going to be a 2 or 3 part.
Yeah.
It was already confirmed before Dune came out that Dune 2 was in the works.
Yeah.
So people going into it are like, oh well, like Dune 1 is already going to get a Dune 2. Why would I bother watching this? Yet again, it still did very well in the box office. Dune 1 still did very well in the box office. Don't get me wrong. But there was that kind of talk at the time. Oh, what's the point of this movie?
Yes.
Not enough happens in Dune 1.
Oh, it was
Why?
people were slating. So it was boring. It was this and that, and then Dune 2 doubled its profit in the box office.
Yeah, because of the amount of hype and hype generation around Dune 2. Lisan Al Gaib,
I think
you know?
I think nowadays, I think people are just waiting for the big movie. So people are waiting for Avatar 3. People are gonna wait. Like remember when Oppenheimer, the first trailer was shown, and people were like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be a great movie," and it was a great movie. I think the same. Like now that Christopher Nolan, my favorite director, has such a reputation, people are gonna be waiting for the new Nolan movie. The new like, oh, if Scorsese comes back, what if Tarantino is finally gonna do his last movie after all these years? But I think that leads due to the rise of Netflix and your streaming services, the ease of accessing shows. I think the movie business is heading for a very, very dark future.
See, I just coming back to what you were saying earlier on about like IPs and used IPs. I think that is very much prevalent. And maybe we can blame TikTok and we can blame all these binge watchable shows and blame all this bullshit, but people have grown accustomed to being fed the same
Yes, yes, oh yes.
gruel week in and week out. Look at the likes of reality TV. Look at the likes of like Love Island. I've seen a massive surge because it's back now. Not only the UK, the US, but in Australia, all these different countries are implementing Love Island because it's just cruel.
Yeah.
You have a lot of these movies, a lot of these IPs are now resorting to gruel. They're resorting to look at Disney, look at the Marvel IP. It's completely ruined because the amount of gruel they threw out. Nothing with any flavor, nothing with any sort of excitement or uniqueness. Brands like Marvel relied on its unique factor to pull in audiences. They relied on its high CGI fights. They relied on its appeal to a niche genre in order to generate more like views and to generate more money. But nowadays, the unique has become the ordinary, the average.
Yeah, I think Thunderbolts did well, but I don't think it did well enough. It got 200 more than its budget. But Marvel movies usually do so much better.
Like for a movie which is slated as the new Avengers,
Yeah, the best Marvel movie
didn't
since
do
Endgame.
enough. Yeah, I would argue it is.
Yeah. And look at something like Captain America: Brave New World. Like, oh my lord!
Oh, holy shit!
Like that movie was worse, but it made more. It made more, not too much more now, and it's still probably a bit of a flop, but it still made a bit of money, and that's I don't know anyone who saw that.
And you know what the issue with that is as well? No Chinese market either. Black main character.
Yeah, yeah.
Black main character. It's you don't have blonde Chris Evans anymore. You have Juan Carlo Esposito as the main villain, and you have a black Sam Wilson. So
It's
not
we
gonna get
need
enough
we need
market.
to see.
You also have Harrison Ford in it as well. who's
Oh
way too
Jesus,
old.
yeah. Oh.
He's way too old. And you see his full transformation in the trailer.
Yeah, it was the point. Like.
What is the point of seeing the full transformation? Yet again, I know it's to generate more hype for the movie. Oh, I want to go see Red Hulk, but you see Red Hulk in the trailer.
Yeah,
Marvel fatigue is truly real.
but I think because they have slowed down, they have gotten better. They have started doing less shows. Apart from Ironheart, which is coming out.
I've seen it on the buses.
Avengers, Doomsday, and Fantastic Four are the two big movies. Avengers it's obviously going to do good because it's Avengers, but I think Fantastic Four is
a tipping point.
it's a very important litmus test. It's coming out in a month. It's got a very big cast. Everyone knows about it because they've done really well with the marketing. They haven't put too much budget in.
They've been advertising this for 3 years.
Yeah, but very
3 years.
but very subtly. It's not this isn't King Arthur: Legend of the Sword where you're getting this on every bus and every ad. It's been I'm not gonna say it's too subtle as Marvel can do, and very, very important because like Thor 4 awful, Guardians 2 I heard decent things about it but I've never seen it and I don't know anyone who has. Like all the Shang-Chi and Eternals, they're all fine movies but no one wants all this junk. And so the movie landscape is in a very, very interesting position right now. Very curious to see where things are going to go.
Yeah, I really hope that, like, I really hope, like, what would you say, IP is like the John Wick IP. Don't feel dissuaded by the lack of success for Ballerina, and stop pumping out good quality movies like this.
Yeah.
I really hope that, this isn't like the end for the Ballerina IP, and will result in them just bringing out a John Wick 5, like you said, which I could very well see happening now, and that's really gonna like stifle the whole John Wick IP.
Yes.
If anything, I might kill it entirely, because yet again, you can only feed people grill so many times until they start getting sick of it, and we've seen that with Marvel, and we've seen that with Star Wars. We've seen that with big corpos.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they realize people ain't eating the grill, they stop serving it and they just cut it off entirely. And for action movies as good as John Wick, with the choreography, the fight scenes, just the sheer action, I just don't want to see it happen.
Especially a movie like Snow White, like that bombed so badly.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Like it's the Marvels, which came out a couple of years ago. That was
Marvels. Look at the Cruella movie. Look at the Snow White is the main. Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't know what they were thinking with that one. CGI dwarves. Oh no.
And like Joker 2, which is like Joker 2, I think is the worst example because it was such a beloved movie. It caused so much controversy due to the whole like shootings or whatever, but it was everyone talked about it, everyone knew about it. It was so like, there were memes everywhere, everyone knew about it, everyone loved it. And my God, did John Wick 2 just get done?
Joker 2.
Yes, Joker 2. Joker 2.
No, not John Wick 2. Not John Wick 2.
Joker 2, oh my lord, it's not an awful movie. Like, I would have probably not cried if I saw that in the cinema. I'm so glad I watched it on a plane. It didn't deserve anything more. Like, it actually takes skill to make a movie that bad. Like, oh my lord. And that's another, like, franchise in the dirt, you know. Not that Joker needed to be a franchise, but like all this trust that built up through the Batman and Joker 1.
The IP is gone. The Joaquin Phoenix Joker IP is gone. Like, all it took was one movie, and a Joker who was slated to be not on par, not on par with the Dark Knights, not on par with
a great alternative.
Exactly, a great alternative is now gone.
Yeah.
They can't choose Joaquin Phoenix as Joker anymore. It's just a goofball.
He actually ruined. Like he has such high reputation, and then like Napoleon movie, and then he had a movie where
he looked like he was having a resurgence.
Yeah, exactly.
He genuinely looked like he was having.
But Napoleon did so badly, and then this did awfully. He had a movie with oh my God, Beau was Afraid, which did awfully.
Oh, holy fuck.
By the way, that movie's budget was 35 million. Its box office was 12 million.
I don't know anybody who saw that movie.
How do you go? How?
It looked muck as well.
It looked awful. Oh man. So yeah, I think, and what's unfortunate is I think this year is just a really down year with movies and shows. Can you think of a big show that came out this year? Because Last of Us 2 is the only one that did, and that did awfully. Like, people hated that show. Andor was fine, but like, who's watching Star Wars at this point? And like, there's
nobody is actually taking the time to watch a Star Wars.
Like,
everyone's too afraid to.
When did Invincible come out? Was that early this year or was that late last year?
Holy shit, that was so long ago.
That was Invincible season
3. Early this year.
Yeah, it was March. Jeez, I felt like that was so long ago. That was 3 months ago.
You know what? This year has been the fastest, but yet the slowest year.
Yes.
It feels like time's flying, but yet when I think about Invincible,
yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen that in years.
It feels like a lifetime ago. I sat down.
Yeah.
Now ready for my arrival.
Like The Boys. Like, when's next season of The Boys coming out? Like, when's next season of
Oh, that's next year, I think.
House of Dragon, Gen V. I think Gen V is supposed to be next, right? Or is The Boys next?
Oh no, The Boys is this year.
No, it's not this year. I haven't heard anything about it.
It's either The Boys or Gen V is coming back this
2026. 2026 is 2026.
Oh, I fucking knew it was. Oh. When is Gen V coming back? That's coming back soon.
I think Gen
Because
V could be
they dropped like a trailer for it now.
Oh, they did drop a trailer, but no one's talking about it. It went mute, like. Season 2,
Yet
it's coming in
again,
September.
You have an actor who was gonna be as prominent as
That's
he was.
so, it's so unfortunate. That's actually so unfortunate. I don't think that's one of the worst things. Like, that's awful. That's so bad.
Yeah, it really.
It's heartbreaking to see. It's so.
It
so
is heartbreaking to see. It really is, because he actually was a very good actor and he played his character very well. But yeah, no, he's
And so I
sadly
didn't
passed.
think about movies this year. Like, what's the big one? There's no Barbenheimer. There's no like. There's no Top
28
Gun.
years later will be the movie of the year. I think it's already slated as much.
Gladiator 2. Oh, that was the end of last year. Okay. I was thinking, was that
End
this
of last year? No, you can't count that. No.
But like, Sinners, I heard decent things about it, but it did not. Okay, it did pretty good, to be honest.
No. Sinners did very good, but yet again, it came out in a low point of movies.
Yeah.
And Sinners also stayed in the cinemas for 2 months,
Oh, jeez.
which is astounding.
It's still in the cinemas. You can still see it now. You can see it today.
What?
You can see it done to
How
today.
is How is this movie still in the cinemas?
This came out
really
April.
shows the lack of movies.
Yeah.
3 months.
This
3
is
months.
insane.
3 months. Because that came out around my birthday.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
April
so that's
18. Yeah. Oh
There
god,
you go.
oh my god, the big movies are gonna be fucking Jurassic World, so like fucking 7 or whatever.
Oh, holy fuck. That's an IP which is around. There's another one. Jurassic World. Destroyed. The Jurassic Park IP is gone.
Honestly, the big one.
Gone.
So like that's obviously gonna be F1. We need to see how that goes because look, I love F1 as a sport, but I'm cautiously hopeful to see this movie.
I don't know what they're thinking with F1. After seeing the flop, which was the Gran Turismo.
Oh Jesus!
Why would they bring out something which feels the exact same? It feels it almost tastes the same.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between eating pot noodles and bulldog noodles. You're still getting shitty carbs.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
different packet. Like, I don't know. This movie just has the exact same feel off it. It's just fucking Gran Turismo, man. Holy fuck, that was a bad movie.
Yeah. And Avatar 3 is supposed to come out this year. There hasn't been like any trailer or nothing for that. Like it's
Yet again, that's gonna come out in December, so trailers will start dropping around July.
not even a teaser, not even like a hint. Like not even like it's all AI generated red people.
They don't need to. That's the thing.
But no, I need one to remind people what the fuck is going on.
But the thing is, the Avatar IP is so strong. Imagine if Avatar flopped.
I don't think
shit.
Avatar 3 can flop. It has to be Avatar 4. Because even if Avatar 3 is ass, everyone's going to see it. It's Avatar 4 that would flop. Because Avatar 3 is way too hyped. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think it'll flop in the box office, but I mean, imagine if it flopped. Imagine
Quickly.
it was an
Oh,
awful
man.
movie.
If it's a bad movie, that's bad.
The issue is with Avatar is it doesn't actually have that strong of a story.
I don't think it needs. Honestly, it can only be bad if it looked shit, and I don't think it can look shit. I don't think it's feasible.
I don't think it can look shit. I don't think.
I don't think it even. Yeah.
What did they even do for this third movie?
Well,
Like,
remember
what did they even-
they're doing the Avatar Last Airbender. They're going to all the fucking. They're going to the water people, the fire people, the earth people, like they're going to all the
They're
clans.
already with the Earth people now.
No, it was
That was the first movie.
no. That's Sky people.
Oh, holy
Remember,
fuck.
they ride dragons and like they fly around.
Yeah.
And then 2 is water, 3 is fire and ash, 4 is gonna be like earth, and then 5 is gonna be come back to wind. Like it's oh Jesus.
They actually are doing an Avatar on this. Holy fuck.
And it's called fucking Avatar as well.
Holy fuck. Is Aang popping up? Question mark. Is the gang all here?
Sokka showing up. Sokka.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no, it's
Jesus
it's wild. And Superman. Superman is.
I am very excited for
If
Superman.
Superman's bad, oh no! If Superman's bad,
DC, no, it's a James Gunn movie. I don't think it can go bad. James Gunn at the realm. At the helm.
in the realm.
In the realm. James Gunn in the realm.
I mean, look, he hasn't done it. He hasn't.
The The trailer looks so fire though. It looks
The
good.
trailer,
It looks good.
probably the best marketing I've seen in a while. Where it's just, remember the first trailer, basically no words. All they say is Superman, and Take Me Home. It's very slowly bringing people in, and it looks like it's gonna be an actual Superman movie. Not about his like oh, he's not gonna save his dad or all this shit. Like, everyone looks good. I'm really excited for Nicholas Hoult. His face looks
Nicholas
so.
Hoult is having a little resurgence right now. Nicholas Hoult went from shitty zombie rom-com movies
Yeah.
actually being in a shitload of movies now.
Oh no, Nicholas Hoult. Nah, he's that guy.
Bro has played so many roles.
Yeah, he was in, like, let's not forget Mad Max Fury Road. He was like Tushy
Yeah.
protagonist. He was in Tolkien. He was obviously the X-Men movies. Like he was in like Clash of the Titans and all that stuff.
And he was in
The menu. Oh no, Nosferatu, of course. How could I forget?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He's in a lot of roles. This
Yeah.
was Tony from Skins, people. This was Tony from Skins.
But I prayed for this to happen. He looked.
I prayed for his revival.
I'm very excited. He he looks so punchable, so smug. Like Jesse Eisenberg was an awful Lex Luger.
I don't know what they thought of Jesse Eisenberg, to be honest.
Putting the guy with such
And
locks.
even like,
Why would you turn that guy bald? he could have been the reporter. He could have been the sniffly reporter. Like,
and he could have played what's his name, Barry Olsen.
yeah, he could have literally been anything other than fucking Lex Luthor.
He could have been Barry Olsen, and they're trying to get what's her name?
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. Yeah, he could have been like a snively, like, oh, Clark's gone again, is he?
Yeah, like he looks like, if you think about it from like The Social Network and all the other movies, like,
he plays a perfectly snively little fuck.
I cannot believe he
he's
was
very good at
Lex
it.
Luthor. Oh, and he bald. He looks so bad bald. It looks almost CGI bald. Like,
They really could have got any like naturally bald actor.
and they could have literally
Well,
got.
except Dom Toretto. I think they could have got anyone.
Oh man, I love it. Would never happen. But imagine if like Ray Fiennes was Lex Luthor.
See, Ray Fiennes
That was
a
too
little
low.
bit too. Ray Fiennes too old.
But he's getting older, like a more mature Lex Luthor, you know.
I still don't see it working, man. Still don't. Because Lex Luthor is supposed to be around the same age as Superman. Like, he's supposed to be around, like, late 20s, early 30s, you know, like, he's supposed to be, like... Well, yet again, we do have Lex Luthor as president at one stage. That's Injustice Verse, isn't it? It's...
I don't remember. He probably did it.
And he's also president of comics. It's a thing for a while. It
Very,
makes sense looking at Donald Trump, but, like, you know...
very excited for this movie, but it needs to do... Like, imagine if it's like The Flash. Oh my god.
No. James Gunn wouldn't pump out something like The Flash. And he's relying on this movie. James Gunn is relying on this movie for the DCU.
He tossed everything. Like, it's literally the James Gunn verse.
He tossed everything aside.
Yeah.
It's this movie. This is it. Like.
He
This is the only DCU movie coming out this year.
Yeah.
This is it. Like.
Oh, wait,
So
when the fuck is Batman 2 coming out? 2027.
2026.
2027.
Oh no, it got postponed. Yeah, 2027.
Oh my god, the other one came in 2 years ago, 2022.
Yeah.
That's
It was
5
supposed to come out
years.
this year. It was
So
supposed to come
bad.
out this year.
How?
It was supposed to come out this Christmas, if you remember. All
Oh
the
no.
teasers.
Oh no.
Because it was supposed to come out 2024, then it was postponed to 2025,
Oh no.
and now it's 2026.
It's 2027.
2027?
Yes.
Oh, holy fuck.
Oh my god, October 2027. No. No.
You're telling me we have to wait, goddamn, 5 years? Bear in mind, folks, the starting of this podcast, the first episode
Yeah, literally.
was the Batman
We
movie.
literally started with, oh my god. That's rough. I mean, hell, fucking Robert Pattinson's got to do Mickey 17 and probably The Odyssey in between.
Holy shit.
I really hope Mickey 17 didn't delay, because that movie was not it.
It got delayed because of Mickey 17.
Imagine.
No.
Imagine.
Why do you have to go do a Bong Joon-ho movie? No.
Oh god. Well, yeah, we just have to.
Anyway, folks,
Just have to see how it goes.
let's get back to Ballerina. What do we give it? Final rating out of 10 here.
Oh, 8.5, 8.8.
Oh, that's a bit rough now.
Do you give it a 9? A 9 is high. And we didn't talk, but the start is rough. When she's in the
Oh,
room, the ballerina
starting fifth
spinning.
of the movie is very slow. It's very fight like a girl, still rings in
Oh
my head.
no no no!
Oh, that's the
And her
toughest
sister,
bit.
what is her sister doing? Like her sister shows up and then dies straight away. Like that was
I
all.
think I think that's just kind of funny though, because it really is shitting on the whole like
I
I don't know
really thought they'd like work together and fight back.
women team up. Yeah, women team up. That's what I was expecting. Then she just the main bad guy's like kill him. Just get rid of him.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah,
and
fuck
then the
him.
way she died was a bit. And then Daryl didn't do that much. He was cool, but like, um, uh,
I told you I've had my troubles with the whole Daryl character.
Norman Reedus,
I had
like Norman Reedus playing
Norman
Norman
Reedus. I had my
Reedus.
issues with Norman Reedus. As soon as he popped up on screen, I was like, "Oh fucking hell, what are we doing here?"
Wait,
Babe?
he's the son of a Playboy bunny. Hey yo,
What?
yeah.
Damn, I don't think he got the looks. To be
No,
honest.
man, he has to shave whenever the fuck is going on his like head in his face. Like yeah, he looks like
Yet
this.
again, he loses everything if he does that, man.
I
He's
think, but
He's
no,
just a
look,
greasy fuck, man.
well, look
He's
at
just
someone
a
like
greasy redhead fuck.
look at someone like Brad Pitt and DiCaprio. They look so much different in other movies. We have Brad Pitt in Fight Club, Brad Pitt in Troy, Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Brad Pitt in like all these other movies. Like we've seen shaved head Brad Pitt, we've seen the full beard, long hair, golden boy Brad Pitt. Like we've seen it all. Same with DiCaprio.
But
Like
that speaks to the versatility of Brad Pitt. Norman Reedus doesn't have versatility, bro. He
but
doesn't have it.
I want to see it. I need to like he
The only
cannot.
time you'll ever see it is if they bring it a new fucking American History X movie. And you see Norman Reedus with a goatee.
That'd be
and
so
shaved
funny.
head. And that is the only time you'll see him.
Also, he should
Only
definitely
time.
be in like a Mad Max movie. How has he not been one? It's
I
crazy.
thought if they were gonna bring it another Mad Max IP, I genuinely thought he was gonna be like the Deuteragonist.
Yeah. Well, he can be anyone, man. He can be fucking Max for like he looks almost like Mel Gibson looked in it, like when he grew his hair a bit.
Ah no.
No.
Ah no. He's too skinny. His face is too skinny and too long to play Mel Gibson.
I don't know. I think imagine Mel. This isn't Braveheart Mel now. You know what I mean?
No, it's not Braveheart Mel. I know that, but it's not like no. I think Norman Reedus' face is too long.
I don't know.
Like just like even look at like a side by side. Like, Mel
Mel
Gibson has a very square face.
He does have a very square face.
He has a very square face, and then Norman Reedus' face it's more like a pill. It's more like a oval shape.
Yeah. Well, look, he could still be there.
Ah, he could still be there in the verse. He looks like somebody who'd be like working on the cars or
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on something, you know.
He just looks like fucking like Immortan Joe's cousin or something.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, yeah, he's one of those actors that had a big show and then just hasn't done anything. And I mean, look, I'm not gonna blame him.
No, Norman Reedus has been in one or two things, but the problem is
Yeah, Walking
he's
Dead, Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, and Walking Dead the show.
that's it. That's all he's done.
Well, and Ballerina, and like he's in a handful of like movies. He hasn't done anything since The Walking Dead. My point, since like 2005, he has done nothing basically. In like 2 random ass movies. It reminds you.
The Walking Dead has been gone the past 12 years or so. You can't really say he's done nothing.
Yeah, it's still done though. Well, there's The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. I mean, my point is that's all he does. He's like an older Kit Harington.
All he has is Game of Thrones.
And Pompeii. Let's never forget Pompeii.
Oh, Pompeii and the Eternals.
And he's in that Gunpowder movie. And he's in the best episode of Criminal UK. Let's never forget. Never forget.
That's actually, yeah.
He's a little. What would it take to
Right.
bring him back?
Now, right. Time to lock in a number here.
I think 8.8. I can't give 8.7. I can't give it a 9. It's not a 9. I've added. I
have you given 9 to in the past?
I prefer Furiosa.
Oh. No. I'm gonna have to contradict there. I prefer this movie over Furiosa. I prefer this movie over Furiosa. Not by much now. Not by much. Like if we gave Furiosa a 9 or 9.1, This movie gets a 9.12. It's
Does it-
just above it.
What did we give Planet of the Apes? Because I think this is
Fuck,
like
I think we gave that an 8.8.
I think it's like similar to Planet of the Apes. I think it's more entertaining. It's more. I think it's better. I think it's better.
No, I think this movie has a lot more rewatchability.
Yeah, I think it's better. Planet of the Apes is a bit too slow.
Like, I'm not gonna like. If I had to choose tonight whether to watch Furiosa or Ballerina, even though I saw Ballerina last week, I'd probably still say Ballerina.
I don't know. I might lean towards Furiosa.
And that's not discrediting Furiosa as a movie, because I think it's a fantastic movie.
Mm.
But I just think Furiosa is a lot more fun,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more energy to it. Fight scenes are really good. Anna de Armas, like, they really like. They're
She's
playing her
really good.
strengths, which is not giving her a lot of lines.
But the
Awful to say, but.
but John, well, let's not forget John Wick is also talking like a fucking robot. He's like, "Yes, we need to."
God,
win."
yeah. Oh, his lines are so bad. It's genuinely, it feels like it's AI generated.
Yeah.
It feels like they couldn't actually afford to get Keanu Reeves to come back.
Mhm.
Or he's too busy doing the behind the scenes stuff. And like he's reading his lines.
See, this movie is not. It's not better than Mission Impossible 7. That movie was phenomenal, and this isn't it. It's better than
We
John
still
Wick.
need to go see Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, we still need to upload a couple of videos.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there's and next Superman, all this other stuff's gonna come out. I think 8.8. I think a 9. I think John Wick 1 is a 9 point. Like, I look,
John Wick 1 is an John Wick 1
it's a
is a
9.2.
9.2.
Yeah,
9.2.
because look, I love John Wick movies, but Bullet Train is still the best quote unquote John Wick movie. That's a 9.5. Bullet Train is still the best John Wick movie, and it's not a John Wick
Bullet
movie.
Train is a fantastic movie. Oh, it's such a good movie. But yeah, no, it's the best like full action. And it also has the perfect blend of comedy in it
Yeah,
as well.
oh.
The acting is really good in it. The storyline is very good. John Wick movies struggle with dialogue. It
Yeah,
struggles
it
with
really bogs down. And the
conversation,
villain, I didn't care about the villain at all.
exposition,
Who cares about
and
the
the
villain?
villain, the villain like ploys. Would you call them like the villain like
Yeah.
ideas, or like the villain like it just doesn't really like make sense, and you don't really care about. All you care about is John Wick and him killing people. Which, and again, simple minds have
Yeah.
simple pleasures. You know, it's good. Like, it delivers. We're not gonna say this is a John Wick movie full of talking. It isn't. It's a John Wick movie.
Yeah.
But
I think 8.8. If I'd put John Wick 4 as like a, or somewhere up there, John Wick 2 and 3 just slightly below.
I didn't think about Keanu Reeves' lines, and I didn't think about Anna de Armas' lines that much when like reviewing this movie. Maybe I'm looking back on it with roasted.
I think the movie's so
dialogue
good. The movie's
was
so
very
the
fucking
movie
bad.
is so good that you don't think about it. But it's not like it's not a smart dialogue. It's not like it's just a John Wick 1 where like it's like, oh, it's the Baba Yaga. Like, all those are cool, but there's not the dialogue with Anna de Armas and her, like the matka of the fucking orphanage, and then like Alex Hunter's mom. This is
The dialogue doesn't hit. Yeah, I think. Oh,
So I can't give it a 9. 9's too high.
no, that's what I'm thinking. I can't, for the dialogue alone, I can't give it a 9. It's not a good enough movie to hit the upper echelons.
No, it's an 8.8.
Like, I can't give it. Dialogue in Furiosa was a lot better.
It was so much better. Oh my god, Chris fucking, I always call him Chris Evans.
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth was phenomenal. Like,
Oh, he was really fucking good.
oh no, I can't. This is an 8.8. I really got 8.8. This is a really good movie, but it's,
Fuck, no, it's an 8.99 for me. It can't hit 9. It can't.
it
get
can't hit
H1.
9. No.
It can't get a H1. But it's if Keanu Reeves had acted more natural,
Yeah.
it'd be a 9.
Uh,
Oh god! If they had cut it a whole lot, fight like a woman bullshit.
which
The main character didn't need to do.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't need to say it.
She just
He
like
didn't need to say-
just fight like a monster. Anything like
no, just
just fight.
like, the whole like, you need to cheat. You need to be smart about this. This is a martial arts. This is fighting for your life. That's fine.
Yeah.
Then if she had her locked in, then she's like, I'm fighting for my life here. That's fine. Not fight like a woman, and then suddenly she gets boosted.
Yeah, she starts kicking people in the balls.
I thought that was funny. It's like, fight like a woman. Instantly for the balls. Instantly for the balls. It's not like, oh, she's gonna like scratch his eyes or she's gonna do anything. No, kick him the balls. Yup.
It's...
Anyway, yeah, 8.99. It's not getting a 9, folks. It's not. But an 8.99 and an 8.8 doesn't discredit the movie at all.
No,
It's a fantastic movie.
Very good movie.
Definitely one which I would recommend.
Anyone
Who's watching this?
Yeah.
Anyone can sit down and watch. Well, of course, children can watch this.
Well,
Anybody who likes the
if you
action genre.
if you were a parent and it's 15A, so
You'll be allowed, but like, well, we'll let you off this one.
yeah, close your eyes just it seems.
Close your eyes for like 80% of the movie, you'd be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a movie which, like that, it's we're averaging out at an 8.9.
Yeah.
Don't let that dissuade you. It's a really good movie, and it's something which I feel like people need to see. It's not something which people should want to see. It's something which people need to see.
It's a better fresh air in the action industry.
It is, yeah, and it really like that really like brings back my love of the John Wick series as well.
Yeah.
A series which I thought was kind of gone after John Wick 4, and it's movies which I wouldn't really think of rewatching because I've seen them and I know what's coming and I know the action and I know the set scenes. But now I'm thinking back and I'm like, oh, maybe I will go rewatch it.
Yeah.
Which yet again, I feel like a spin-off movie should want you to do.
Yes.
And yeah, that's it, folks. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye-bye.